Hello, here's my vlog. It's 2:57 of May 2nd. I'm actually on Friday. I yeah, I'm like I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm kind of like don't feel right. I went down to the bike park with 3 bikes. I was gonna ride my BMX bike, and I did a little bit of it, but I felt kind of useless on it, so I got out the jumper, and that was I wasn't didn't want to do any of the big jumps on that, so I got on my slopestyle bike, which is my favorite bike for that stuff. But and I did some of the courses, but I was rolling off of the trail, couldn't stay on the trail, so I was like, something wrong with me. My shoulder was hurting really bad, so I was like, screw it, come home. And it took me. I got up early, but like at the crack of dawn, but then I laid in bed, and then I got up and noticed my BMX bike, the front wheel tire was totally flat, so I pumped it up and then it went flat again. So I realized that the rim tape is the wrong type of rim tape, so I went into the bike shop and got the right rim tape and came back here because I forgot to bring my pump with me. And I fixed the rim tape on both the front and back tire, and then I went to the bike park again for the second time because the first time I realized I didn't have a pump to fix the BMX bike. Yeah, and I only did a few laps and realized that I just did not have it. I could have gone for an actual mountain bike ride or road bike today, but I slept in, so I decided that today I would just stretch and lift weights, but I don't even know if I want to lift weights now. Might just stretch and study my history test. I took like 2 days off to do the history thing. Yeah. One day before yesterday, and then yesterday it was like the first half was doing work for somebody, and then the second half was fixing the images. I wanted to get that fixed, but like taking a day off to fix the images on my site like totally took it out of me. Like I'm totally burnt out. I can't do that anymore until I'm making money with it. And I'm doing it like in a balanced way. So yeah, so I'm just gonna try to pass the test. I have to get 100% on the test from 1500 to 2000 England, and then take my deep history, ancient history test, and then I'm gonna create a like a web a web. No, I guess I'll incorporate it into my funding page. That will be my funding page will turn into. And then start to ask for money from people. And then that's when it gets fun. I'll start to write, practice my writing skills. I want to fix my front page on my website now and get this chat GTP written thing off. My mother is like a sabotage goblin. She read my front page and I said stuff like, new education economic system, whatever, and if you say anything good about yourself, that means you're saying bad things about other people. I was listening to a little bit. I should be listening to see, I'm yawning uncontrollably, so there's definitely something wrong with me today. Yeah, but I should have been listening to Plutarch Moralia, but I was listening to this interview with some guy talking about like a military psychologist. Those are kind of brain candy. But the guy he said something that kind of struck home, man. I was at the bike park and he goes, "Yeah, man, if you have the most if you have the greatest like marketing script ever devised by humankind, and then you show it to somebody who's like normal, then you're showing somebody the greatest marketing script of humankind and everything. But if you show it to somebody who's like looks at the world through negativity, then all of a sudden it becomes the worst marketing script of all time." And that's kind of like what having my mother is all about. I'd have the best idea of all time, and then I show her, and like everything I say positive, she just goes into a conniption fit and starts screaming that the world's not all about me, and or this, that, and the next fucking thing that doesn't even make sense. They'll all hate you. They'll think you're insane. So then I have to water it down so much that there's pretty much nothing left in the end. But then I plugged it into ChatGTP and it read it to her, and she's like, "Wow, that sounds cool. Put that." But then I'm like, I can't have a ChatGTP written thing on the front page. So I told her I'm gonna go back to my own thing, and I guess she gave up. At this point, given up and wants me to let me do it on my own. So I'm just gonna paste what I had written on there before back on there. And I mean, she could have a conniption fit and then forget what she said before, but it's just baby steps. If she has a stroke, I don't want to be the one around to watch it. But, yeah, that's why I need to take this test. I mean, I need to pass this test so I can take the Asia history test. And then ask for money at that point. Write something that's not ChatGTP. You know, you can. It's fun to write stuff with ChatGTP, but only for ideas, not for the final product. So, anyway, that's what I'm going to do today. I was going to lift weights, but if I go to the bike park super early, my new strategy is to actually do mountain biking for the first bit of it. I'm going to bring one of my actual mountain bikes. I can bring this seat up on. I think the single speed. And I'll ride around for like an hour just so I get the riding good, and then I'll do the jumps because the last time, god damn it, just yawning. The last time I was there, I jumped the wooden one several times, and yeah, so I need to go and hit that again. But I just wasn't feeling it today, even though there was nobody there. It was a perfect day to do it. I think I only get motivated for that stuff properly if I show up like super early in the morning. I have a meeting with them on 2:30 on Tuesday, and I think I'll tell them, I'll be like, I haven't done the big jumps yet. I'm going to bring my 29-inch mountain bike there because that's a full suspension bike, and I'll see how I can jump on those 29-inch mountain bikes. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier. Yeah, bring the slope style, and then my my enduro, and then the trail bike. Bring 3 bikes. Today I also got confused about the bike rack. I took it off and put it back on upside down. But yeah, I need to. I'm such a rack man, so out of the habit of exercising, that if I don't get started early, I'm not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is just stretch, which is totally like valuable for me now. All kinds of body stretches, like bringing the arm back and stuff. And then go to the bike park tomorrow super early, like the crack of dawn, and warm up for like an hour riding, and then I'll be more into it instead of just going there after a few days of not doing anything and then just jump on it. But it is sketchy. Like if I can't stay on the damn trail, like what the hell was that all about? That's the kind of riding that will cause you to dead sailor so much that you'll crash, and I don't need any of that. So I'll just tell them on Tuesday, like, you know, I haven't done the big jumps yet. So maybe I will be by the end of May or whenever I start doing it, but yeah, I'm not at that level yet. So, but you know, if you have a good day, you could get up to that stuff like that. I think that's the kind of thing that you would make leaps and bounds just on the right day. So, yeah, that's what I'm up to today. Just take this test or see if I can pass the test. But like my timeline has to be bulletproof, where no like historical aficionado of any part could argue with me basically and start telling me that there's something more important in that category for that decade and for the country, be able to back it all up. But so yeah, that's my vlog. Yeah, I last night I kind of finished up doing the images, and there were these cathedral ones that I couldn't get to show up on the internet, and I have no idea why. I uploaded them all a bunch of times, and then I looked at the names. The names looked fine, so I just took away all the spaces. You know, I mean, all of my other links work fine without spaces, but sometimes they say take the space away. So just to see if that would help, I took the spaces away from the all of the folders, and I changed the links on the. Gave an opportunity to update all the links on the other pages, but I changed the links manually on some of these so that it was the same, and then uploaded them, and then it still didn't work. But it doesn't matter. I gave up on that. But I did replace a lot of the other images, and it looks like the whole thing's solid. So there were a bunch that went on there. And so now when I create stuff like in the next country, it'll all be ready to go. It'll all be already up on the internet. It'll all already be like converted to 32 pixels and all that. But oh yeah, you click AI. But yeah, hopefully I don't come across between now and then I'm mentioning it or memorizing the whole thing and pass the test, that I don't find more things that I want to change. But if I do, it's not that big of a deal because it's already, whatever image is already supposedly ready to go and all that. That's, and I think, I mean, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to memorize it. Some of the kinks in the test come from having to memorize a name, and there's no real way to memorize names. There's this thing called Bangor Cathedral, and it's like, Bangor, how the hell do you remember Bangor? So I just put in my head, like, because it's the oldest, it was just one of them in the culture. They built a tower for it in like 1750, I can't remember, but yeah, Bangor, it sounds Indian, like from India. I thought of like banging, and so now I remember it. There's Raid and Redis Wire, which I was having trouble remembering. There's another one called the War of Jenkins Rebellion is another one. No, War of Jenkins Ear. And then there's this other rebellion that I can't remember. So just those are the snafus. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do today. And if I have to replace any of them, like I find out that there's another information that's more important, then I can fix that right away. But that's what my goal is, just to sit. I don't even think I need to lift weights. Just sit around and stretch my arms and my hips and study for this test all day long and get to sleep super early today. And so I can get up at the crack of dawn and go to that bike park. Today would have been a perfect day. But tomorrow I'm going to actually ride for like an hour just to get warmed up. And then hit the jumps, yeah, with just the slope style bike, and then hit that wooden jump that I did, and then just hit it all day. So yeah, I just ruined today, but I'm not really in that much of a hurry. If I'm not at the level now, you know, I don't know, I'll just be at whatever level I can get. It's not like I'm supposed to be the master of biking for a bunch of like little kids. And I was thinking, yeah, I could have the growth curve too alongside. I think that'd be a good way to learn. Like we're learning together, sort of a thing. But yeah, like I took it. My body was just not feeling right today. But it'll be a big load off my shoulders to pass this test, because then I can upload it on YouTube. And it'll be the first demonstration of it on YouTube, which will be fun. So anyways, that's my vlog for the day. I'm going to get back out there and study for that test. Just look at it over and over again all day today. Talk to you, and stretch. And I should lift weights, but I don't think I will. Talk to you tomorrow.